The House is kicking off the gun control debate in Congress.
Lawmakers on the Judiciary Committee will vote today on a list of gun reform bills Democrats are calling the Protecting Our Kids Act. The package is not expected to gain support from Republicans. CBS News political correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns joins us now. Caitlin, thank you for joining us. What are some of the proposals the Judiciary Committee will consider today?
Hey, Nikki. Well, the House is considering a broad package, but the big ticket items in this package would be raising the minimum age from 18 to 21 to be able to purchase a semi-automatic rifle. The legislation would also institute a ban on high-capacity magazines. It would also include some federal guidance and regulations for bump stocks, and also regulations about storing your firearm at home. But as you say, this has really zero chance of passing through the Senate. What the House is trying to do today in this committee markup is get people on the record about where they stand, and also to show that they are doing something to address this crisis, and also to be able to keep the pressure building on the Senate to take action. But again, this has little chance of passing the House. What's interesting, however, is that this doesn't include an assault weapons ban, which is something that Nancy Pelosi talked about yesterday as something that could come up later. That's something President Biden supports, but it doesn't have enough support yet in the House, and certainly doesn't have enough support over on the Senate side. And it's also significant because the House, of course, is controlled by Democrats, as is the Senate, but they have a little more leeway because they have slightly bigger numbers. But again, the big question is what is happening on the Senate side that could actually move into legislation.
Right. So to your point that the real fight is in the Senate and Democrats need at least 10 Republicans to send a bill to the president's desk. What is the status of those bipartisan gun reform talks?
Well, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say the talks are going well. Susan Collins, one of the Republicans in that bipartisan group, said yesterday that the talks are moving pretty swiftly. But what they're focusing on is going to likely be a very narrow package of reforms. Chris Murphy, the Democratic senator from Connecticut who has been leading this bipartisan group and has been leading on this issue, has acknowledged time and again that he knows that, big ticket items, big broad packages are unlikely to get the support. So what they're focusing on are a couple of different things. One, tightening background checks and trying to get enough support for that, but also really focusing on these so-called red flag laws. Of course, this is, securing a court order to confiscate weapons from someone deemed mentally unfit. But there's going to be a lot of sparring over the details in that, namely how long due process is, who can petition a court to have weapons confiscated for someone. And what's important about that piece of legislation, it's sponsored by Dick Blumenthal of Connecticut, a Democrat, and Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, a Republican. But it's not some big federal bill. What this would do would grant money to the states to incentivize them to implement red flag laws. And that's important because I've been talking to Republicans on Capitol Hill last week, and there was little appetite for broad federal reforms, even for things like red flag laws that have passed at the state level in red states like Indiana and Florida. And we also heard from Mitch McConnell, the Senate Minority Leader who was in his home state of Kentucky yesterday, talking about the need to focus on things like school safety and mental health. So that gives you an insight into how Republicans are thinking about this. They want something narrow. Democrats on the Senate side are hoping to get support for something.
A lot of critical legislation on the table. Caitlin Huey-Burns, thanks so much.
Thank you.